And we're back. Okay, so the topic of today is baby names. As you may know, I am Benjamin, okay? Benjamin Welldone. However, when I was going through the army and just throughout life and everything, everybody thought Welldone, my last name, was too complicated, too hard to pronounce. So they started saying well done. And then some people started calling me Benja or B or Ben. To be honest with you, I hate my name. I hate my name of Benjamin. You can call me Ben, Benja, whatever. But for all intents and purposes, you call me Benja, I fully know 100% who you are. And that would be a friend of mine. That's the goal, friends and getting my channel out there and everything. But anyway, so as far as baby names go, one name you should not use is Benjamin. I gotta say, black people, you did it right. I love the fact that I can meet a random black person and 99% of the time, even if they have a common name, John, Peter, Paul, Michael, there's always gonna be a little bit spelling differently. Why? It's because their parents don't want everybody to be the exact same. That's something that black people do great. The way I figure it is, if your name is in the Bible, we can do better than that, okay? Seriously, please stop naming your daughter, son, Paul, Peter, Jessica, Mary. Mix it up. Use a last name as a first, like Sanford. How cool would that be? Like, what's up, baby? That's Sanford. I'm yelling at Sanford. He's such a cool guy. Here's another thing. South of the border, okay? If you're naming your son Jesus, please stop. Okay. Me personally, I never met a black person where I was like, hey, what's up? I'm Benjamin. Everybody has my name. What's your name? And the black guy says, my name is Jesus. Can you imagine that? Seriously? Job interview? No joke. You go in there, sign your little application, and they say, you Puerto Rican or something? Is this Jesus? No, I'm sorry, ma'am. It's Jesus. Imagine not getting a job to Jesus or breaking up with Jesus. It would be horrible. It would be a nightmare. I'm sure he'd go by J for short, but seriously, north of the border, east of the border, west of the border, the name Jesus is not popular, okay? Anywhere else except for South of America, which, by the way, is kind of a funny thing because in a lot of countries in South America, they think it's sacrilegious. Now, I'm not getting all biblical on you and everything like that. However, I am a Christian myself, and personally, I believe that if Jesus were to come back, he could convince all of the atheists, instead of parting water, all right, the way Moses did and everything, if he just goes down the middle of I-5, middle of traffic in the interstate, and hardcore traffic separates the ways, 1 lane, 2 lane, 4 lane, all of a sudden all the cars just getting stacked up on top of each other. It'd be freaking just fantastic. Everybody have their iPhone. I knew it. I knew he was God. But you see, that's not the thing. This is the thing. Not getting sidetracked, and I do that quite a bit. Stop naming your son Jesus, okay? Please, please. Don't name them Jeeves unless you think they're going to be a butler for their life. Don't name them Couch or Pillow. If you're not a multi-millionaire, you can't get away from that. What else? What should you not? Oh, just to recap real quick, this isn't necessarily what you should name your son or daughter. It's what you should not name them. So what's off list? Jesus. Yeah, don't do that. God. Sure, let's go there. Don't do that either. The only person I knew that, me personally, that was a friend of mine, this guy in the army, people called him Jay. His name was Jesus. He couldn't even tread water, let alone walk on it. So please, stop naming your son Jesus. What else? Yeah, I think that's it for now. I think if you just stick away from Jesus and generic names, Peter, Paul, Michael, all of these things, you're going to be a lot more unique. What you should do, here's a little small bit of advice. If you do want to use something that's semi-unique, add a letter. Mix it up, If it's Michael, put there like 2 L's. So you can say, what's your name? Michael with 2 L's. They'll be like, all right, that's unique. You get the job, Jesus. I'm sorry. You're just not cut. You're not fit for our company. It's not going to work. So Michael with 2 L's. Here's another thing. Change around the spelling. All right. It could be written Michael, but it's pronounced Michelle. Black people do that a lot, and I love it. I met a girl at the grocery store yesterday. It was Rena. Just R-I-N-A. Kind of like Christina, but Rena. She said her family wanted to do something different. That is what I'm talking about. So if you're serious about finding a baby's name, if you're serious about having a baby, think about what name would be unique, okay? Because we don't need another Michael Jordan, okay? We don't need another LeBron. We don't need another Stephen Curry. We don't need any of these other people. They are who they are, okay? And I'm not to say that you can't have a name that's been used by everybody else and not be unique. 100%, you can. I myself consider myself very unique, but you see, diversity. Diversity is the spice of life. I've always said that. It's good to have everybody be a little bit different. But if you're going to do it, start out with a name, okay? If your daughter's last name, okay, if your last name is Doe, if you have a son or a daughter, do not name your son and daughter Jane Doe or John Doe unless you expect them to be missing one day, okay, and a horrible crime committed to them. That's ominous. Don't do that, okay? You might as well name them something like Sleepy, middle name Hollow, or just, there's so many different bad ways to go, but there's so many good ways too. So please, for the love of Jesus, as they say in the South, for the love of God, Jesus, be unique, okay? Start looking forward and stop looking backward. That's all I got. If you liked my video, please hit the like. I think it's on that side. I got to double check again, or maybe it's on that side. And leave a comment. If you've got a question about anything, I might give you the worst advice, the best advice, but I'll always definitely get back to you. And look forward to getting you all know individually, separately, together, and with the masses. I'm Benja Welldone. Make sure you subscribe to the video and hit the like button if you'd like to. Have a great day. Good night.